What is up, you guys? The King1237 coming at you with a video review, or is it worth, for my Tech Tuesday series on the DOS 4 keyboard. As you can see from the brown trim, this is going to be the brown chipset, or the brown key set, rather, and that is going to be the quieter key set. As you can hear, it is a lot quieter than a lot of the other keyboards. At the end of the video, I will be comparing this into the new throwback Razer keyboard. I think it's the 2013 colors. It's the light blue. But it's the new make of the old model. I'll be comparing it to that one because that does use their standard cherry switches, which are predominantly really loud. And then also compare it to the Orion Spark G910, which uses Logitech's Roamer G series, because they are a little bit different in their sounds and kind of their feels as well. But the brown switches, which are in these right here, are going to be the ones that are going to be used by the Razer the Razer Chroma Stealth Edition, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm about 95% sure on that. And then I know that for a fact they're the same ones used on the Corsair K70 RGB Stealth Edition. The brown switches are becoming kind of popular because they're a little bit more subtle. They're not as loud and in your face, and then they still have the really good responsive feel, which is something that I didn't like as much from the G910 because just the feel of the keys wasn't all there with the Roamer G set. But with the brown switches, I do enjoy that a whole lot. I'm going to be flipping over to a couple of the camera angles, kind of show you the specs and whatnot of the keyboard. We're going to flip over to that first one now, just kind of show you a panning angle of the keyboard. As you can see here, the keyboard is a really clean design. All in all, this keyboard just looks absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, it has almost like an aluminum finish. I don't know if it's actually aluminum or just a really hard composite plastic, but it is a really high quality finish. And then up here in the top right hand corner, you do have your controls. You're going to have an audio dial which can click, as you might have been able to hear there, and it is a really nice little feature. You're going to have your pause, your play, your forward, your previous, your muting all sounds, and then also a silent option or a sleep option as well. Followed by on the front side, you actually have a USB 3.0 hub, which is really awesome considering this only takes up one USB port on your keyboard. After that flyby right there, you can see that this keyboard is a really high quality design. I really do enjoy it. I mean, everything about it is really aesthetically pleasing. Just the one biggest flaw for me is that it is not backlit. There are no lights. These keys do not light up in any way, shape, or form. And for me, I'm a gamer. I play at night. I'm pretty much a vampire. I mean, the lights for this camera right here is pretty much the only lights I see more often than not. So with that being said, playing at nighttime a whole lot, and the way my monitors are lifted up in the air on my computer, there's no real light touching my keyboard. So sometimes if I do lose a key or if I forget where key's at, it's almost impossible for me to see where that key is at on the keyboard. So all in all, I do think that is a really big disadvantage of this keyboard. Is if they did make a backlit model, this would honestly probably be my day-to-day keyboard because the finish, the feel, it is really amazing. Just the lack of being backlit is, I think, a big disadvantage. As you guys can kind of see here, not that well, but it is kind of kicked up and propped up. And what it's actually going to be propped up with, funny enough, is actually going to be an actual ruler with magnets on the bottom. I always do really love how magnet finishes can work. It's really simplistically, I mean, simple enough. You just take it here and, wow, watching me drop it makes it easy. But you put on this little ledge right here, and it just snaps right in. There's no real difficulty to it. I have noticed that whenever you have it on these little rubber stops, I don't know if it's just this exact model or how my desk is, but for some odd reason, you can actually, this side seems to stick for me. However, this side over here seems to kind of push back and forth whenever you're using the kickstand. So for me, I'd find myself typing and kind of pushing it out every now and then. But I'm going to flip over to another angle real quick, and my audio is going to mix up real quick because I'm going to do the pure audio off my camera. I may even do it off of my, my microphone as well, just to kind of show you the difference in the sound quality of those real fast as well, okay? So for this part of the video, I felt that this would be the best way to kind of convey the sound qualities. This right here is going to be the Logitech G910, the DOS, and then you're going to have the Razer on this side as well. This way that they're all kind of equivalently close, so you can kind of hear the sound from each one. First off, we're going to start off with the DOS. Then we'll go to the Razer. Back to the DOS. And then over to the G910. So as you can tell, that the DOS isn't quite as loud as the Razer over here, but it's going to be still louder than the G910. But like I said, this is Logitech's custom set of the Roamer G series. This is going to be the brown switches, and then those are going to be your normal chiclets over there. I'm going to flip back over to the other camera now. All in all, I really do enjoy this keyboard. Like I said, if it did have the backlighting technology, I do think that it would be my day-to-day keyboard. I really enjoy it a whole lot. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It looks great, sounds great, has a great finish, and has a great build quality. It's going to be coming in at, I believe, $169.99 on Amazon. You can get it at a few retailers as well. But not being backlit for that price range, I think you can get equivalent kind of usage for less expensive if you're in an office setting, because this key also doesn't have any macros as well, which a lot of the others do, minus the K70. If you're in an office setting or something like that where you're going to be using a whole lot of light and you're never really going to need to be using it in the darkness, I do think that it could be very well be worth it. And on top of that, the LED models and the RGB models might not be the best option for you. For $170, not having the backlit option, I think that it is a little bit pricey. Even though it is a very high quality build, it's not plastic like most of the others, it does have that great solid finish. I do wish that they would actually change the color accents. I would like for them to be able to give you the option maybe. I think that would be really cool. And then also if they had an LED model, that would be a really big selling point. This does come in the non-brown version as well, so that you can get kind of whatever chiclet or key set you would really like for your keys. But all in all, for 170 bucks, I don't really think it's worth it for me. But with that being said, I'm a gamer who lives at night, who needs a keyboard to be using at night. So I don't think it's personally worth it for me, but that might not be the case for you, depending on your current situation. I'm going to be reviewing also the K70 RGB. I've already reviewed the Logitech G910 when this one comes out. And then there's also going to be the Razer Chroma Stealth. I'm going to be comparing all four of the quiet versions, kind of showing you which one's the quiet. Currently, I'm in love with the brown chiclet set. I know my girlfriend is going to love it infinitely more than I will, just because it is a whole lot quieter. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to let me know down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.